Good morning, class. Today we are going to learn about reflex. It is an involuntary and nearly instantaneous movement in response to a stimulus. They are of two types: voluntary actions and involuntary actions. Voluntary actions are performed consciously. Example: picking an apple to eat. To know the time, you raise a hand and look at the watch on your wrist. Involuntary actions, they are performed unconsciously. Example: instantaneous withdrawal of hand after touching a hot iron, shivering when it is cold, or sweating when too hot. Different types of reflections. We have two types. They are natural reflexes and conditioned or acquired reflexes. Natural reflex is one in which no previous experience or learning is required. Example: coughing, sneezing, blinking. Salivation, swallowing, peristalsis. So they are natural reflexes. Conditioned or acquired reflex is one which develops during a lifetime due to experience or learning. Simple sight by the smell, tasty food resulting in watering of our mouth. The fear when we see a fire. Now let us learn more about reflex action. Reflex action is the extremely quick, automatic, sudden action in response to something in the environment. Example: immediately pulling back of fingers after touching a hot plate, closing of eyes when flashed with high intensity light, salivation when hunger. Or reflex action, also known as reflex, is an involuntary and nearly instantaneous movement in response to a stimulus. When a person accidentally touches a hot object, they automatically jerk their hand away without thinking. The path taken by the nerve impulses in a reflex is called a reflex arc. It is the pathway along which nerve impulse travels during the reflex action. Here is its flow chart. We have the stimulus, sense organ, sensory neuron, spinal cord, then it passes to relay neuron, motor neuron, effector, and the response. So let us learn about them now. So first one is reflex arc inverse receptor, that is, receives the message from the external environment. It can be either heat, cold, that is the stimulus. Next, after that, is the sensory neuron. The sensory neuron carries the message from the receptor to the CNS, that is the central nervous system. The central nervous system processes the message and sends impulses to the concerned part of the body in the form of response. Motor neuron carries the message from the central nervous system to the effector. So whenever we try to touch any hot thing, we automatically withdraw our hand. So that flash of signal is sent from the central nervous system, all right, to the different parts of the nerve impulses. So this is what reflex arc is all about. It involves the stimulus, whether it's heat, hot, cold. We have the receptors. The receptors, that's the heat detectors in the skin of the hand. Okay, the sensing neurons carries the message from the receptor to the central nervous system. Then from there, the central nervous system processes the message and sends impulse to the concerned body, part of the body in the form of response. Motor neurons carries the message from the CNS to the effector, and we automatically respond by lifting the hand.